A 5-year injunction was lifted on Friday past, making room for the government to pursue the law and actions it intended against shanty towns in the country. Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson lifting that injunction Friday. Her reasons for doing so outlined in a 67-page document that took about an hour and a half to deliver. In an exclusive interview with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, he explains how the government plans to move forward. Jolanda Thompson Everest has tonight's top story.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, confirming that the government has received legal framework to proceed with demolition exercises on shanty towns in the country. He says that residents should allow the relevant authorities to handle the matter. Minister Mitchell also noting that the government is working on a legal approach, and he shares the way forward.
And what happens next has to do with the agencies of the government, like Social Services and the Ministry for Immigration and the Ministry of Works, to work together to ensure that what is carried out is lawfully carried out.
Now, the Minister of Foreign Affairs says the government does not condone discrimination and acts of violence. And when asked about residents and their frustrations regarding the perceived proliferation of shanty towns, this is what he had to say.
We don't support vigilante justice. You can't support it. And the law should be followed. We are a country of laws and rules, and we have an international reputation and a domestic reputation to obtain. What is important at this juncture is that civil society in our country needs to speak to the reinvention, if you will, of the age of reason. The fact is the institutions of this country are not in crisis. The institutions of the country are working well and doing the job that those institutions were designed to do, and which job they have in law. Those institutions should be allowed to do their work without fear or favor. I know they're capable and up to doing it, and the law is going to be followed, and the law should not be taken into private hands.
Minister Mitchell also sharing that the leader of Canada will be attending the CARICOM meeting in the capital this week. Canada has pledged to step in and help to resolve with immigrant issues.
Have agreed to take the lead in trying to resolve some of these problems, and so that's why Justin Trudeau is coming here for discussions with our Prime Minister. Both Jamaica and the Bahamas have agreed to provide manpower if the United Nations decides that there is a force to go into Haiti again. And the question is, how will those modalities be handled? We obviously do not have the manpower which is required to undertake such an exercise, but we want to contribute to it, and we want to contribute to a solution.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest.